We're back with this week's edition of Rocky's 2-Minute Warning, courtesy of our friends at Bud and Bud Light. And speaking of being back, the real referees are back, Jeremy. This has got to be a relief.
Yeah, it can't hurt after that Seattle-Green Bay game. I know the commissioner said that had nothing to do with it, but it seems like an awful coincidence.
You know, I want to be the one to go on the record and say, thank you guys for taking on a tough job. I mean, you're Division III at best referees, and you went into the Premier League in the world, and you showed why these referees are so integral to the game. At the same time, shame on you, NFL, handing out fines to coaches that complain, and then the commissioner, Roger Goodall, saying his apologies to the fans for subjecting them to these referees. Anyways, what have we got this week? Who are your picks, Jeremy?
I'm going to take all the 3-0 teams, because you let me pick first. Carolina, Atlanta. I'll take Atlanta. Matt Ryan's averaging 31 points a game with their offense. If Peyton Manning couldn't figure out the Falcons' defense, Cam Newton certainly won't. He's not playing anything great this year. Tennessee at Houston. Houston's 12-point favorites. They've covered the point spread in every game they've played in. The D looks good. They went to Denver and won, so that should be a layup for them. Miami and Arizona. Arizona to me kind of looks like last year's San Francisco. Their defense is playing extremely well. You know, the Cards made Brady and Vic look terrible. So Tannehill is not going to do anything against them. So there's 3 games that should be layups that I'll probably lose all 3.
Well, very brave of you to pick the 3-0 teams, especially in this season where nothing seems to make sense. In fact, I'm kind of surprised that Cleveland didn't knock off Baltimore last night. But for my first game, I'm going to take New England over Buffalo. In our hearts and minds, I mean, this should have been an easy week for New England.
You're sucking up the New England crowd pretty hard here the last couple of weeks. How'd that serve you last week?
Well, we'll talk about that in a bit. But New England's reeling after two losses in a row. Buffalo picked up Mario Williams, probably the top defensive back who was available in the off season. You know he's going to want to upset Brady, but I just can't imagine that Tom Brady is going to allow his team to lose 3 in a row. So I'm taking the Pats. Then with the 49ers and the Jets, San Francisco got a serious wake-up call from the somewhat lowly Vikings last week. The 49ers, to me, are still the most balanced team in the NFC. The Jets need to come up with a way to stop the 49ers offense, and they don't have their all-pro corner, Darrelle Revis. So I believe the 49ers will go to 3-1 this week. And my third game, Oakland at Denver. After last season, it's hard to believe that both these teams are 1-2. Peyton, the perfectionist, will be putting a lot of pressure on himself. The Raiders are riding high after knocking off the usually strong Steelers, but I don't think they're the Steelers of old that we're seeing this year. And I got to believe that Peyton Manning, especially last week against Houston, I mean, Houston did beat them, but he didn't give up an interception. He's playing better. He's figuring the game out, and I think he'll bring his team back to 500. That brings us to our game of the week, which is the Washington Redskins at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who do you have?
I'm going to take Tampa Bay. I think the defensive coaches have caught on to the little dump-off game that RG3's been playing. It worked for him week 1. I think he's starting to get hit a lot, starting to run around a lot, looking a little bit like Michael Vickish. The Washington D's not very good. Their secondary is really banged up. Tampa Bay's offense is nothing spectacular, but I think they put enough points on the board against that defense to win that, no problem.
Well, Washington should never have lost last week to the Cincinnati Bengals, but Andy Dalton did come up with the game of his life. I believe RG3 is a far superior pivot to Josh Freeman, and Alfred Morris makes them a double threat on the run with RG3. I agree with you, he's running too much, but he's not Michael Vick. He's much younger, and he gives him an opportunity for great penetration there. He needs to get back to his throwing game, though. However, this is for you, Scott Reed. I'm calling the Redskins to win this game by 10 points. For those of you who wish to vote this week, you can vote on Twitter, or you can vote on our Facebook page, Rocky Sports Bar. If you want to go with Tampa Bay and Jeremy, you go ahead. And if you want to win, you go with me and the Redskins. As for that last week, in our head-to-head game, we had New England and Baltimore. Baltimore was awarded the victory on a phantom field goal that incensed Bill Belichick, but technically Jeremy was right.
He had a great angle too.
So we're going to draw the people that chose Baltimore, and...
Very smart people. Oh no.
Dean Mollising, sometimes known as your boyfriend. Excellent. Dean, you've won a $25 gift card. So this weekend we got the Sea Dogs taking on Gatineau, where they will be unveiling their brand new 3rd jersey. Before and after the game, Rocky Sports Bar, still the only game in town.